Yo, hi everyone at LEGOthon. I am Shemcat, I'm the funny cat man of LEGO DS speedrunning, and I'm gonna speedrun LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga DS free play for you right now, and I am joined on commentary by the DS GOAT, I guess, Laser Trap.
Hello, I am a goat. Bah.
Alright, but yeah, let's just get started from the start, from negotiations 1-1. How do I do a countdown for for this category?
I would do it like 3 seconds from when you skip the text crawl.
Alright. So let's just get right into it. So 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So we're gonna start off with Yoda. Yoda is very, very fast, as you can tell right away. His attacks are the fastest way of just moving along the ground in this game. So for basically every level, we'll want to be choosing Yoda. The reason we like to choose the Ghost version rather than just the regular version, we do that for a few reasons, but firstly, the enemies just ignore us, so like the droidicas here just completely do not look at us. And the other benefit of Yoda is we can clip through walls. John, would you like to explain that?
Indeed. So you may notice in Shem's regular movement, he's doing like 3 attacks and then a jump. So there are 3 attacks in the attack pattern, and with the clips, you can do something really funky with the second and the third attack. So if you land the second one facing diagonally against the door, you can then go through with the third attack within a few frames. The frame number actually is bigger and smaller depending on what door you use. And there are other things that make it difficult, like the angle the door is at. You saw in the gauntlet room that we usually have to do in story. The door there was kind of already diagonal, so it was a bit tricky, but it didn't give Shem too many problems.
Yeah, that one I find if I don't get it first try, I get it like 15th try usually, so I'm happy it didn't go too slow. When I saw I missed it the first time, I was like, oh god, let's not have a moment here. But yeah, and that's already the first level done. This category 24 levels, question mark? 22 levels?
22.
Yeah, and that's all in about 40 minutes. My estimate is 50 minutes, but from the runs I've done today, I'm hoping it's a bit closer to the 40-minute mark, but I guess only time will tell. And yeah, this second
Shem,
level...
is that the ice cream?
Oh god, you're right. Do I have to buy everyone a LEGOthon and ice cream now? I guess I have to. Yeah, it's pretty warm over here in England, so yeah, ice creams are common. And yeah, they come around where I live, and yeah, they're pretty loud. But yeah, this level is very, very simple. Just a lot of just showcasing how quickly Yoda just, what's the word, like, speeds through this level, and then one clip at the end here. One of the easier clips, just because it's such a wide area and no angle, nothing fancy like that, so you can make pretty quick work of this. Final room. And yeah, we just press straight onto the end. Is there anything else important that I need to mention, like, right at the start, just as a... Oh yeah, I should just define what free play is. So,
Yeah, go for it.
basically all of you, I mean, if you're following LEGO, you probably know all categories have a free play mode and a story mode, like a free play after you've finished it. Yeah, ice cream van literally going right past my house. Pagman. But yeah, this category involves just beating all of the free play levels back to back to back. And the reason we went past levels like level 3 there, the pod race, since it's a spaceship level, there is no free play mode. You can only do it in story, so for this category, we just ignore them pretty much.
Yeah, so what I will also say is this category is really, really hard, actually. Like, you have to, even though you have a few frames to do the clips, like, getting used to each one individually takes a lot of time. And you're gonna see at the end of this room here, after he does some pretty cool Yoda movement to get up to the top, that there will be the hardest clip probably in the entire run.
Yeah, definitely the hardest one,
For that,
especially given I like to skip out on all of the clips that are just too difficult for me, but since this one's very early on for me, I just give it a go. And first try, because I am actually godlike at this game, fun fact. Actually cracked.
Yeah, that is. I cannot really understate how difficult that clip is.
Yeah, making this game look easy, as I should at a marathon, honestly. But yeah, so this level, or this room rather, this final room, has us rescuing 6 guards. I don't really know who these guys are. I haven't watched Star Wars Episode 1. But we basically just have to rescue these guys. They're being held captive by some guard droids, so there's some pretty interesting movement to get to all of them. Using Yoda to skip things like a massive jump there. And yeah, getting a few more. We need to get all 6. Unfortunately, there's no skip for this room. You can clip into the final door, but it doesn't end the level, unfortunately. But yeah, that's all 6 guards saved there, and zooming on to the next level, I guess now.
Yeah, so there are only 5 levels per episode in the DS version of Complete Saga. And on top of that, we're skipping at least 1 level in every episode because of the ship levels that are only in story. So yeah, next up, we're going to Darth Maul. Would you like me to explain the Maul 1 strat?
Oh yeah, feel free.
So, we can actually throw these detonators to bounce on the floor and then go and hit Maul. So yeah, we do that twice, and then we have to end the fight by using the canister as usual. If you do 3 hits and then that, well then Maul has taken too much damage and that will crash the game. Clipping through that door as it opens, nice. Just a 1-second time save or something like that.
Yeah, despite the fact the door is opening, the hitbox is still there, so we're just running against nothing if we get there in time. As long as we don't clip, of course.
This is, okay. You're going for this strat, huh?
Yeah, I do some wacky movement in here. I haven't really looked into my movement too in depth just yet. But hey, it's all pretty solid. And we'll also
so
get to
this
see
is a quadruple jump.
Yep.
We haven't actually explained yet, but Yoda's attacks will give height and distance, but you can still do the full double jump out of, and all Jedi characters have the double jump ability.
Yeah, it gives very good maneuverability and just like ability to just cross massive gaps without needing to like swap to someone with like R2 who can just float. And yeah, it's pretty good for platforming and definitely adds to the very flashy movement in this category, and that Yoda has. Like, Yoda is just, oh, his movement's so good. And also, this is a proper, like, traditional boss fight, not like the first one. And yeah, we kind of cheat in free play. We just, like, throw detonators at bosses the entire time, and we kind of just win. Because, yeah, no invincibility, so we don't take any damage. And, like, they can't block our attacks either, so we just like, completely destroy Darth Maul here. That's the strategy for every single lightsaber boss we have to fight in this game.
So that was a sub 730 episode 1 split.
That's not too bad, honestly. Especially given I'm doing it the slow way.
That's true, actually. You are. Yeah, it would be faster to start at the end of episode 1, because we can do the levels in any order we want, but Shem is doing them in chronological order.
Yeah, just to
but
make
now,
it be easier on the eyes, I guess. So you can
now
just
it's time for Crimea River.
Yeah, why is it called Crimea River?
Because it makes you cry, and it was found by a runner named River.
Exactly, but I got through the hardest part there. So when you can see the levels kind of... Well, I should probably explain how this works. So, basically, a lot of the different rooms are loaded on the same, like... in the same area in this game, so we can kind of just use a character with infinite height, which we haven't actually explained either. Not doing a good job at this.
That's okay.
Yeah, we can just jump into the... Okay, now I'm getting trolled. Can just jump and just skip basically, well, like 4 rooms this way? Something mad like that. Oh my god.
I skipped the end. So what he's getting trolled by right now is the improper load, like room transitions. So when you load into another room, but not like via an actual entrance, there are going to be a few lag frames, so you have to sort of change your rhythm a bit, but it's always really hard on this one in particular to tell when it's going to happen. And it just keeps eating the inputs. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, who knows how many snacks.
Yeah, this is... Oh, you got it past. Okay,
Nice,
nice.
there you go.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I made it through the hardest part, and then... Yeah, the game didn't like that. And a property of these improperly loaded rooms is that the floor isn't loaded. So we can do that there. Django just falls through the floor, and he dies.
Yeah, we have to fall in that certain spot so that the boss sort of activates, and then it's done.
Yeah.
But that's like the only boss in the game where you can kill them by pushing them off. So you'll see later that we have no ultra kill in Destiny.
Unfortunately.
But yes, Droid Factory.
Yeah, this level's it's pretty fun to play, just a pretty standard level where you just go fast with Yoda. For some reason, well, it eats your attacks if you're on this conveyor belt, so it's actually faster not to go on it, despite the fact it's going to the right, which is where we want to go. Yeah, this
But it's
room...
just that fast.
Yeah, has some pretty annoying RNG as well, in terms of just AI. Yeah, we have an AI partner. We haven't really used them at all to this point, but yeah, Darth Vader or some other character, usually Darth Vader though, will just be at our side through every level. But since we're Yoda, we are just that broken, and sometimes we have them do stuff, like step on a button so we can get through. That's one of the few doors you can't actually clip through, unfortunately.
I would like to mention something else. The reason that Shem is getting Darth Vader every single time is because we are not playing on a 100% file. That would be bad. Because we are only using one controller, I guess, we only can pick one character, and sometimes when we pick an infinite jump character, like the custom character you saw in the last level, we would like to get Yoda as like an RNG addition to the party. But if we had a 100% file, there would be 2 options for Yoda, but 19 for other characters, so it's a 2 in 21 chance. When you only unlock the story mode characters, though, it's more like a 2 in 14 chance. So slightly better odds, but still not very good.
Yeah, can sometimes come in clutch though. And I mean, they're generally not a massive time save either way, so it's not too terrible. Also, I guess
one level in particular, but yes.
Yeah, now we're in this snooze fest. We might as well explain how we were able to jump infinitely in 2 levels ago now. So the first one you need to be able to double jump. The second one you need a blaster gun. And yeah, the game basically every single character with a blaster gun can only single jump. So when there is a double jump involved, the game kind of gets a bit confused and like never turns off the flag to say like, hey, stop jumping now, or like unable to double jump. So we can basically always just get our double jump out, which yeah, infinite height. Unfortunately, only 2 characters have that. So Jar Jar Binks for some reason, and yeah, both are custom characters. So. And yeah, one of the other reasons Ghost Yoda is better than regular Yoda, Ghost Yoda and custom characters are on the same page in the like free play selection. So we just pick Ghost Yoda rather than regular Yoda for that slight optimization as well. So yeah, this level is like really boring. I am sorry. It's the worst level in the game by far.
It is, yeah, it is so much longer than any other level in this.
Yeah, no interesting like clips or tech or whatever, just go around it as fast as possible. Defeat enemies. I guess the one thing you could mention is how we use a bounty hunter to just throw bombs and like dismantle them in packs.
Right, and I mean that's good for droidicas as well, because
yeah,
those are enemies that you can't even like one hit even if you have the super lightsabers turned on. Oh, you killed the Matrix guy? Rude. So what I was referring to there is that even though there are 3 droidicas, like if you do that in a certain way, you can actually leave one of them alive and they'll just be hanging out. They won't usually shoot you.
Yeah, gotta destroy them all, I'm afraid. What's this right here? think I just pull it and then... Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing. Yeah, and
So,
since everything like appears so like similar to each other as well, it can sometimes be a bit hard to remember what you're doing, especially if you're not paying attention 100%.
So the reason Shem got maybe a bit confused there was actually because you can animation cancel on all of these switches. So if you character swap, as soon as you activate them, you can just leave them early and they get on with it. But sometimes you don't want to do that because you want your AI to pull the other one. And yeah, after that, just kill those 8 Geonosians and go on to Django.
Yeah, not a lightsaber boss this time, but the same principle applies. Just throw bombs, you win, pretty much. You can't really do anything.
He's got really long iframes.
Yeah, just swap to Yoda when the level's fading out to get a quick... Just a slightly faster way of moving between the different levels here. So we skip Gunship Cavalry, that's just a spaceship level, so we can ignore it.
Your favorite one.
Yeah, that level sucks. I am so glad. It's one of the nicest things about free play, just ignoring all of those dodgy vehicle levels. But yeah, onto Count Dooku, the last level of this. This is another fairly simple one, just basically run through each room and then it's a boss fight. This one's a...
The one room other than the boss that has anything is this one, and he just clips through the door like that. So there you go.
Oh yeah, you've probably noticed the game is not in English. We are in fact playing in German. It's not faster or anything. I just like having the game in German. Because, like, I don't know, I might learn a word or two. But yeah, just throwing bombs from far away, trying to keep him as close to, like, where he's standing as possible. There's a 2-frame window to get it where he, like, doesn't move at all. But that's obviously pretty precise, so usually moves just a little bit. But yeah, it's all about just timing your bomb throws there rather than rushing him down, since when he jumps away, he does, like, end up throwing stuff at you. So this one's more about, like, timing rather than just mashing. But yeah, that's episode 2. Now on to episode 3, skipping the first level. I can't remember what it's called actually. But yeah, another spaceship level, another boring spaceship level. We don't care. This is the only level in the game where we choose custom character, but there isn't any like massive skips. We just do it since it's a very vertical fight against General Grievous. So yeah, the extra height the custom character can get quickly is more important, since yeah, you can see there's a lot of just platforming, but with custom character, yeah, just jump, loser. Just jump.
This is definitely one of the most interesting boss fights because of that, and like also like episode 1 and 2. This is actually a pretty cool marathon showcase if you do it in chronological order, because episode 1 and 2 is like you get used to the funny Yoda movement. There's a big jump in one of the levels, but then episode 3 it really starts ramping up, and then you get onto the original trilogy as well. So yeah, we're gonna see it get more and more crazy as we go, I think.
Yeah, for sure. This is a very, very cool run. Definitely one of the coolest things that I'd say the handheld LEGO has to offer. So I'm very glad I can be showcasing this. I hope you are enjoying it as well.
I'm very happy that you are showcasing it, because it is my favorite speedrun of all time.
Also, yeah, they just left the hitboxes there. We can just jump around the bridges and we can stand on nothing. This is probably my favorite level in this is probably my favorite level in the whole game. On the whole run rather. Yeah, this level's fun. Just a lot of clean Yoda movement, and I think the Invisibridges make it pretty interesting as well. It's just a nice variety of just everything this game has to offer. And yeah, whilst it might not be as flashy as like some super jump levels or whatever, but it's still really fun. Just a nice movement to get around.
There are some really tricky things as well. Like, getting into these bridges isn't too hard, but when you're learning it, it can really mess you up because of the fence collision. So, Shem's been doing really well to avoid getting trolled by that. But then we get onto this room where there's the drawbridge that we're gonna do a really fancy quad jump to hopefully go slightly under an invisible barrier and then keep enough height to go over like that. Nicely done.
Yeah,
Back to
second
that one.
try. You take those. Yeah, that's one of the other things that makes this level cool. It's just got a pretty nice trick here as well. That's not really like anything we see. It's got like two things like that, which is one of the things which I think makes 3-3 great as just a level to show off this game. But yeah, approaching the final room now. Is this the one door clip of the level? It's actually a pretty difficult one.
Yeah.
It's actually
Yeah, that was-
surprisingly
that was
difficult. Yeah, final room, just use the force on all these things. We use like the touch screen rather than holding A, which is like your alternative, because it's significantly faster. Yeah, that's like one of the things that can make this a little annoying. You do need to like actually hit touchscreen. Like for selecting characters, you need to hit the touch screen. For like swapping your characters, you probably will need to. It's a bit of a pain sometimes, but yeah, could be worse. Could be motion controls.
I just noticed the title of this level in German. That's quite grim. It's not even Ruin of the Jedi, it's The End of the Jedi.
Yeah, I mean, close enough, right?
Right. But yes, you may have noticed that Shem is a custom character, and this is what I would consider to be the worst infinite jump, because it doesn't really save that much time, but like it's pretty important now, and it's also really brutal. So he's gonna keep a low height here and kind of jump blindly into this abyss of beige. Okay, he didn't get eaten by the load there, but now he has to stick the landing.
Damn it.
And unfortunately,
I was
that
3 for
is
3 on this
also
today.
a hard part. Unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is one of the ones with the more precise loading zone than a lot of the others. Yeah, just jumping into it there. You kind of want to line yourself up with the mini kit somewhat, and that's like the best way to do it. But yeah, we actually go into a room with a mini kit in to initiate this jump, so pretty interesting. Not going through one of like the traditional rooms. That's probably the one of the cooler things about this. But yeah, ending Revenge of the Sith, I think that's what this film is called, with our final level, Darth Vader. This is the one level where death is like actually kind of punishing, since rather than just sending it to where you were just standing, since this whole level's like kind of gimmick is it falls apart around you. Yeah, we need to we get sent back to the start of every room. So if we were to die in here, for example, yeah, we just go right back to the beginning. But you've got 45 seconds. That is, it's not hard. It's not hard to get out of here in time, especially when you could just, slide a little. Just go through the door.
Yep, like a little bit on the left side of the door, there's just a collision in the pillar that you're supposed to use the force to get off that slides you through. You can do that with things like detonators as well, and we will have to see some of that later. But yeah, fortunately that one's a nice consistent slide clip. There is also a skip that you can do in story mode, but with detonators for this boss fight, it does not matter. We do not have to worry about getting hit by Anakin.
That's the prequels. Yes, that's what we're doing.
Looks like a 22:56 on prequels, so
all right, that's
pretty good for a marathon.
That's okay. Yeah, my best is what, like a 22:01, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Oh boy, speaking of detonators, yeah. So this is the only skip I've actually found in this game. It looks like Shem's going to opt not to do the first clip, which makes sense. It's just a huge hassle. Like, you have to use a detonator, which they land at completely random angles, so you can't always go through the ceiling anyway, but you're supposed to land on it and go through the ceiling early. Instead, he's going to use the hitbox of that switch over there to jump out of bounds like this, and then fall into the final room. Andy.
Yeah, we
now
have
do
to.
another back clip, though.
We do have to clip through a door to do this, which I did very cleanly because I'm godlike at this game. But yeah, it would be nicer to have Yoda there. But unfortunately, since it saves more time to just use the custom character, we just have to suck it up and use the harder clip.
By the way, I am donating for this run. I'm doing $1 for something in every handheld run. In this run, it's going to be every clip that Shem opts out of. So there was one in the first level actually that I didn't bring up. On the C-3PO door, or TC-14, technically in story. And I guess that's the second one, and there may be a couple in this level.
Yeah, maybe just a few. Going slow for charity, wicked.
It's, you know, the master plan, right? So this sandcrawler climb is a little finicky with Yoda, but we can also use character swaps to gain a bit of extra height. So he's doing a triple jump as Yoda. Whoa, that down boost was kind of crazy.
I'll go for it one more time. Okay.
Okay, so you can do a triple jump with Yoda, which you're not supposed to, but the attacks give you height. And then at the top of the jump, to get a little bit more height, what he wanted to do was character swap at the right time. Character swaps naturally give you quite a big height boost in this game. I mentioned jump storage in Nice Fighter's Indy 2 run yesterday, which actually is present in this game to give you even more of a height boost, but you don't usually need it, and it would take a bit of time to set up. So there are no jump storage strats in this game.
Yeah, 4 clips in the Sandcrawler, and those 2 I do not do.
Well, you don't do the last one either.
Yep, and one more clip for the Sandcrawler that I am not doing.
They are tricky.
Yeah, they're angled and just very difficult to perform consistently, so I just opt out. They will end up saving a lot of time if I say get them all first try, but yeah, I'd just rather stick with consistency, especially like what 20 odd minutes into my run.
You're one of the weirdos that does the prequels first.
Yeah, most people choose, since you can do the levels in any order, most people like to get the original trilogy out of the way first, since it's got a lot of hard stuff, but I think there's a lot of hard stuff weighted in the first 3 episodes as well, so I just opt to do that. Alright, which way am I going?
I forgive you, I suppose.
And I mean, either way works, it's just whichever way you're more comfortable with. Like, it doesn't really matter overall. Like, whatever thing you save for last, there's gonna be something hard in there. Like, there's not really any easy breaks with this game.
Yeah, there is no good episode to save for last. Even episode 1, like, you've got the really hard clip in Theed, and then there's also, like... I mean, Darth Maul can go wrong, like the first boss fight.
Yeah, you can definitely end up losing a lot more time if you just really mess up that first fight. Definitely way more than you'd want to if you're on pace. Yeah, just finishing up this pretty standard level here, just clip after clip after clip. Yeah,
This is probably like the easiest level in the original trilogy. Like, there's not much to say about it.
Yeah, just clip through the last bit, end the level, easy clap. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the different DS LEGO games will have their own, or like handheld LEGO games will have their own defining trick to them. And for this one, I definitely say it's Yoda clipping, even though we don't really see it in too much in like the other categories, like any percent or all levels. Yeah, it's just from how much it's used in this one alone. It's
Your
definitely like
setup is way off there, but you got it. Yeah, that's actually a frame perfect ceiling clip. There is a better method than just repeatedly ramming into the corner like that, but he got it, so I won't give him too much flack for that. And then this is called Princessless, where so this level combines Rescue the Princess and Death Star Escape, and we do not actually rescue the princess because of the invisible ledge that you saw Shem walking on, and then just improperly load another room.
Yeah, I've been doing that for so long, I kind of forgot that was like something crazy to look at. I was like, yeah.
There you go. That is an example right there of using a character swap to gain height. Standing on top of the panels. Did that detonator go through the...
I think it did. It was doing that in my runs earlier as well. Also, these buttons, not low-key, like, hardest thing in the run. Honestly. Please build. So yeah, we are just...
I'm gonna quickly bring up a point, actually, that Flaming Laser mentioned in the chat. So, there was a divide for a long time over what's faster in this level, because you can pick infinite jump and, like, go reasonably fast. But that's like another level where it does actually save a lot of time to get both. However, to make Magecar proud, we all pick Yoda.
Like, kinda... Well, it's not a runner, probably the person who's had the most impact on the game, just from finding so many strats, finding so many glitches, and just... Yeah, would it even be survival without him? Would this category even be that low?
It already was when I started. Yeah.
Would it even be sub 50 then? Copium.
It could have been with cleaner Yoda movement, but I don't know. Yeah, he found Yoda clips. He found... Well, I don't know. Dat clips was a thing as well that I think we have Magecar to blame for. the bomb clips.
Yeah, cutscene skips in the story categories as well. Frame perfect pause presses.
We'll see that in Batman tomorrow.
Oh yeah, not to spoil anything, but if you haven't had enough of me, I will be playing Batman, Lego Batman, the video game DS, all levels tomorrow, which should be fun. Definitely a different...
some pretty tight jumps.
Yeah, more just standard Yoda movement here. Just gotta go fast. And another clip
Here's
I'm
another
choosing.
clip that you, yeah.
Yeah. Choosing to ignore in favor of just slipping around and pushing the blocks. Because yeah, I don't like clips when they're at an angle. I do not like them at all.
But you do get to skip these block pushes with clipping in through there. Yeah, so optimally this level does, I think, skip every block, but well, aside from the heaters. And you didn't do ice clip, did you? Huh?
I did not. I guess that counts.
I guess that counts, yeah. I just said clip, I didn't say if it was Yoda or not.
Well, about that. So yeah.
So I guess we're up to 7.
More Yoda. Fancy Yoda levels. Dagobah here. This is one of the nice levels that lets us use Yoda in story mode as well, which is really nice. So we can, or at least unless it's like partway through, you can use Yoda. So you can just use all this flashy story tech in the story mode, which is like really nice, really refreshing after like just moving so slowly for a while. Also, I am trolling on that clip a little bit.
That gate looks like really thick, but the collision says otherwise.
Yeah, I was trying to make it look a bit thicker or something.
That doesn't save time. What are you doing?
It looks cooler. It's not about going fast, it's about looking cool. Okay, apparently I just can't clip through these crayons today. But yeah, using more quad jumps and triple jumps just to skip through big sections of this level, just, you know, makes a massive gap. Too easy, honestly.
So, based on my studies of Yoda movement, these bushless jumps are in fact slower. Cry about it.
They look cooler, okay? That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about with this run.
I can't argue with that.
Something like 80%, yeah. Yeah, sure, just go for the optimal strats, but nah, in free play, this is where we pull out the flashy stuff. this is where we play cool. So yeah, another level where we don't have Yoda, and you will see that there are in fact doors ahead of us. Monka W. So time to bust out the detonator character again. This is like when you genuinely cannot even clip through with Yoda. Like the thickest of...
Oh, go for Vader, Vader, I dare you. So... yeah.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough Vader evasion.
He was... yeah, I suggested it because it does look cool, and I may or may not have been prompted by another chatter. But...
Don't worry, I'll go for a slower cool thing in this level. Alright. Just for you, Twitch chat.
Alright, here's an... Oh, you're doing this door unload, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, this is the story mode strat where, like, getting out of bounds there, like, loads another room, and then you character swap in that to load some properties of it, and it unloads objects like doors in the main room you're supposed to be in. And that's how we just walk through like that.
Yeah, alternatively you can just, like, jump over or detonator clip again. But that's not quite optimal. Or, actually no. It's not cool enough. It's not cool enough for us.
This trick is what Shem considers to be the hardest jump. Possibly because he should get a different line, but either way.
Yeah, this jump is not easy. The last one of the run, this one's called Handlessless. Because there used to be one called Handless, which skipped... I mean, it just skipped the section where you save Han. And, this one skips the skip where you skip Han. So, yeah.
I believe Noxmaster found this one.
Yeah, might be right, or it might be like
he also
IG or
found
something.
the one in Ruin of the Jedi, which is called Order 368, because Noxmaster's 368.
Let's try.
And he actually nails it, so there you go.
Yeah, I kind of use the background, like clouds, to try and give myself a little visual cue for that, but it's not always...
This is another level that...
Not always reliable.
Sorry.
Oh,
this is another level that combines two of the PC levels, and so you don't even enter Jabba's palace and just go straight to the end of the sail barge and bam.
Yeah, that's the level over. Okay, 2 more levels now, and they're 2 pretty cool ones, so yeah. Hopefully I'll end this run off strong with some nice flashy stuff. This is probably my second favorite level of the run behind Defensive Kashyyyk.
Yeah, this one's my personal favorite. It's getting shorter as well because of the skips we have. It's actually got a really unique skip coming up after we do these triple jumps over the gaps, so I guess I can start explaining that.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever wanted to skip the elevator? Well, you can. So we have self-destruct as an extra, so he's going to switch to a droid and character swap on the same frame as using self-destruct, which stores enough iframes to go past the death barrier there. And yeah, that's like a 20+ second time save actually.
Yeah, from there we just go straight into the loading zone without having to do anything in that room pretty much. It's very nice, and we can just ignore all the enemies here, all the little puzzles to lower this. Save myself with a nice character swap there. Save ourselves a block push to open this door, just, you know, we Yoda. We just Yoda a little bit.
Aye, that's 8.
Yeah, the last clip I don't go for, just because I don't like diagonals, I don't like horizontal clips, or whatever, just give me the one straight ahead of me, alright?
Straight up, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that was pretty clean. One more level. This is the one I do last because I am just that much of a beast.
Yeah, Gwen's only fanless then. So yeah, no ultra kill as I mentioned earlier. He has to really carefully place both of his ghost Yodas to skip all the lightning phases. And there is actually a strat here called Only Fanless, where you skip the fan that you see by going over here.
Yeah, the fan that I'll build up. But that also means you have to do the next phase of the fight with one Yoda, and yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
you have
worth
to
it.
zero technically. It is definitely not marathon safe, and it's only really something I would do if I did it first. And funnily enough, I do this level first because I know my run has a lot to live for.
Yeah, like I would have failed it there already. But
Instantly,
that's what
yeah.
happens. That's what happens
no.
when you just space yourself with Darth Sidious. Yeah, he lightning bolts you, and you have to swap to your other character in order to break free and yeah, deal damage to him. So that's the whole way this fight works. But we can skip like basically all of them by just swapping and before he gets there, and like Ashley does his attack, hitting him. So yeah, it's pretty nice. It's a really cool level when it goes well. But when it goes badly, oh boy, it's not great. And it's a level where you kind of need to rely on your AI partner as well, since yeah, we need to. It's probably the level where we do the most swapping between them.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you skipped your strat where you don't character swap off this lever.
Yeah, just fat fingered the R button. Oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is... we don't like
Might
the
not
AI.
get marathon record anymore.
Oh no.
You actually were on pace, I think. Yeah, a couple more hits here. And then there's gonna be 2 more on the ground. Well, right there, and he'll run away, and you have to get 1 more. Yeah, time is coming up. You can call it, because you're in more real time than I am.
Alright. So yeah, one last hit, he will lightning us. We will wait until Yoda shows up, and we will hit him, and time. Alright. I feel like that was a pretty good run. I don't actually have my splits up, so I have no clue what it was, but yeah, that felt okay.
That was a pretty good run. Do you have any guesses?
4103. You know what? Feeling 4103.
4106.
Oh, are you kidding me? That's so close.
That actually was very close, yeah. So that's a really awesome run. I've only done 1 marathon run better than that.
Yeah, we definitely take those. So, yeah, if you haven't had enough of me, I'll be, like I said earlier, I'll be doing this. I'll be doing a different run tomorrow, Lego Batman. Lego Batman's very cool. Slightly less, like, fast-paced than this, but it's still a very nice run to watch, I'd say, so you should watch that. Yeah, I also stream on twitch.tv/Shemcat if you want to follow me, and you should follow John as well, twitch.tv/lasertrap_. Especially if you like handheld Lego, because they do a lot more than me. But yeah.
Yeah, so we should mention like other runners, like Squeezy and Bleeder are like the original ones, or IG 2001, you may know. Nuxmaster, as we said. And there's us 2 at the top. There's also Zelda Cubed, who's been slowly learning this category, and he's got the 90% record, like, by a decent amount. Mage Car, this would not be possible without Mage Car.
Yeah, 100%. Flaming Laser as well. Has run free play, mainly does any percent, but yeah, another very good, just overall Lego runner. And yeah, just the whole Lego speedrunning and handheld Lego speedrunning, all really cool. And yeah, if you want to learn the run. It's sick. It's a really cool run. I would 100% recommend. But yeah, I think that's enough. I think that's about everything. 9 minutes underestimate, we take those. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you everyone for watching.